Hi and welcome back to Love English. I'm Leila, and in today's lesson, I need to know whether you're an active learner or a passive learner. I want to know whether you are here just for me to spoon feed you, give you the vocabulary without you having to work for it, or whether you are really serious about studying English, about improving your vocabulary and boosting your language level. This is a lesson that's going to make you work hard for your vocabulary, but hopefully one that will help you develop the skills you need to boost your English level and take it really as far as you want. In today's lesson, I want to share with you 6 top tips to help you broaden your vocabulary range, to help you learn vocabulary autonomously, meaning without a teacher on your own, but also I want to share with you a platform that is going to help you achieve this. Today, we'll be looking at a lesson from Sensations English, an online learning platform designed to help you study autonomously on your own, to help you develop your reading skills, writing skills, comprehension skills, and of course, boost your vocabulary. And I'll be taking 25 advanced words, nouns, adjectives, verbs, and a few adverbs from an authentic article, news article, on the Sensations English website, where you can go and sign up for free to access this lesson. Now, with your free access to Sensations English, you will find you are limited in how many articles you're able to access. However, if after this lesson you realise that it might just be the platform that you want to use to help you boost your English level and your vocabulary range, then you can sign up for as little as €4.85 a month. So we'll be looking at some rather advanced vocabulary, but related to a specific topic, the environment. So if any of you are looking at studying IELTS, a great topic to cover and to boost your vocabulary range in. Right? So 6 top tips to help you boost your vocabulary range. Number 1, you won't be surprised to hear read and read. Oh yeah, and did I say read? That's right. Reading is an incredible way to boost your vocabulary range. First, because it's within your control. You're able to see the vocabulary in a context, you're able to go back, reread, try and understand and work out the meaning of the word before you even go to a dictionary. Reading is one of the finest things you can do to boost your language range. And in fact, even for me, I would still do it now. And certainly when I was a child and learning at school, I would read a lot to boost my vocabulary. Number 2, keep a dictionary and a thesaurus handy. Keep one by. And it doesn't mean you have to go on Amazon and buy a big, thick book. No. In fact, I actually use an online dictionary. My preferred choice is the Cambridge Dictionary online. Number 3, build your own personal dictionary. This is about looking at the words that you yourself have learned, have come across, and have understood. It's also a great way to be able to go back and review vocabulary that you've looked at, whether in class, through reading, in conversation, or of course in any of our YouTube lessons that you watch. Make a note of them, write them down, put the phonetics, put the definition, and of course an example that's personal to you. This is your personal dictionary to help you review and learn the language. A simple notebook will be fine. You don't have to invest in a big thick book to fill up. That's a bit scary. Number 4, learn a certain amount of words a day. Now, many of you have heard me say 10 words is a great number. Even 5 is sufficient. Don't push yourself to learn too many words all in one go. You're unlikely to learn them well. You want to be able to process the vocabulary, use it, and really go back and understand it. It's not just about a superficial understanding, checking the vocabulary, the definition, and writing it in your notepad. No, we want you to learn it, process it, and use it. Number 5, play some games. Yes, games, that's right. Now, as a teacher, I would say exercises or activities. I probably wouldn't say, okay guys, let's play some games, but games are what they are. Entertaining ways to engage your brain with the vocabulary. Now, the great thing about the platform I'm about to show you is that they do exactly that. There are interactive games to help you review, process, and use the vocabulary that you've read or watched in one of the videos. And finally, number 6, engage with the language, whether through conversation or indeed writing. It might be that you want to keep a diary, a journal. It might be that you want to write a letter or an email to someone. Try including the new vocabulary you have learnt when possible. It is that simple. Now, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, and I'm not going to give you many examples. Why? Because the article is the example. So remember, with the Sensations English platform, there are a lot of vocabulary and comprehension games and activities, as well as writing practice available to help you learn and use this article and develop your English. Now remember, when you go to find this article, it is on the Community tab. There are many different topics to choose from on the Sensations English platform, but if you go for Community and then if you scroll down, you'll see the article referring to supermarket chicken being linked to deforestation. So this might put some of you off eating chicken. Choose your level and do be realistic. If you don't feel very confident, start at a lower level and you can always work your way up. I chose C1, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the best way for you to study and learn. Choose a realistic level. Start with pre-intermediate or intermediate, and then if you want to be challenged further with some of the activities and games, then go to C1 or indeed E2. What I would like you to do once I have explained the vocabulary to you is go on the website and have a go at doing some of the exercises and reading and listening to the article. It's all about deforestation, which, if you didn't know, means to cut down large areas of trees, forests, woodland, to make way usually for agriculture or housing development. Now, let's have a look at some of the words that I have picked out. 25 words that I have picked out from the Sensations English website. You'll be able to read these words in a context, understand them, see them being used with the nouns, adjectives, and other words around them, and hopefully understand them better and then be able to practice using them in some of those games and activities. So number 1, deforestation. As I've already explained, the cutting down of trees in a large area, or the destruction of forests by people. Number 2, savanna. Savanna, a large area of flat land covered with grass and usually a few trees that is found in hot countries, particularly Africa. Number 3, haven. Haven, a safe or peaceful place. A safe or peaceful place. Number 4, biodiversity. Biodiversity, the number and types of plants and animals that exist in a particular area or in the world generally, or the problem of protecting this. Number 5, flora and fauna. Flora and fauna, basically a more advanced way of saying plants and animals. Plants and animals. Flora, plants, fauna, animals. The flora and fauna of a place are its plants and animals. Number 6, species. Species, a set or type of animals or plants in which the members have similar characteristics to each other. So as an example, cats are a species, felines. Number 7, carbon. Carbon, a chemical element that exists in its pure form as diamond or graphite, and it's an important part of other elements such as coal and oil, as well as being contained in all plants and animals. So of course, many of you have heard of carbon dioxide, the substance that is released when we burn fossil fuels. Number 8, cultivation. Cultivation, the act of preparing land for growing crops, food, plants that we can eat. 9, regulations. Regulations, an official rule or act of controlling something. 10, sacrifice. Sacrifice, to give up something that is valuable to you in order to benefit another person or to help another person. Now looking at some verbs. To rear, rear, to care for a young child or animal until they are able to look after themselves. Often we use this verb specifically when relating to rearing animals. We wouldn't necessarily say that we're rearing children. We rear animals in order to benefit from their milk or indeed their meat. 13, to absorb. Absorb. To take something in, particularly gradually. Now, absorb often refers to water, so a sponge absorbs water, but you can also absorb knowledge, for example, information. 14, to consume, to use. This is much more of a formal verb. We wouldn't necessarily say that he consumed a lot of chocolate, but we might talk about consuming fuel, energy. Number 15, a phrasal verb, and it can also be a verb on its own. Equate to, equate to. To be the same in amount, number or size, basically equal to, the same. Adjectives, tropical, tropical. From or relating to the area between the two tropics. So it's a very specific band around the planet where you have tropical weather, tropical fruit. Number 17, environmental, environmental. Not environmental, but environmental. Relating, of course, to the environment. So, for example, people are becoming more aware of environmental issues. Imported, the adjective, or to import, the verb. Referring to something that has been bought or brought in from abroad, from another country into your own. A lot of English fruit is imported because we can't grow it. We don't have very tropical weather in this country. 19, a word that is becoming very important to understand, sustainable. Sustainable, meaning able to continue over a period of time. So we talk a lot about sustainable energy, but also sustainable clothing is becoming quite fashionable. So obviously sustainable energy referring to solar power, wind, these kind of things. 20, exacerbating, exacerbating. I've taught this word before in a previous lesson and I do love this adjective. To make something that is bad already worse. His behavior is exacerbating. I'm just so tired of it. Or you can even use it as a verb to exacerbate the situation. 21, vast. Vast, simply meaning big, massive, large. We walked a vast distance before we were able to find a shop. 22, opaque. Opaque, something that is preventing light from travelling through. And therefore not transparent or translucent, so you cannot see anything through it. Number 23, inadequate. Inadequate. His homework was inadequate. Basically not good enough or not to a good enough quality or standard. Now, two adverbs that I also came across in the Sensations English article that I thought were particularly nice. Theoretically. Theoretically. In a way that observes some rules but is not likely. And finally, unwittingly. Unwittingly. In a way that is done without knowing or planning. So, 25 words, a little bit strange here because I haven't given you many examples with them, but if you want to learn more about these words, to actually use them, learn them yourself without simply being spoon-fed by me, then click the link below. Sign up to the Sensations English platform. Remember, there is limited free access. And there you'll be able to find the article that I have gained all these words from. I literally picked apart this article and looked for the most interesting and advanced vocabulary. Now, considering how short the article was, there was a lot of vocabulary, very rich vocabulary there for you to learn. And vocabulary that is used in daily English. This is very useful stuff. So remember, with the Sensations English platform, there are a lot of vocabulary and comprehension games and activities, as well as writing practice available to help you learn and use this article and develop your English. And of course, you can check out the subscription packages, whether you want to subscribe for 6 months or 3 months. There's a package to suit everybody. And remember that weekly Sensations English upload 3 new lessons for you. So as well as the many lessons that already exist on the platform, you'll be getting a constant stream of new content with each level to choose from within each of those lessons. So you really are going to have plenty to do. Do comment below and let us know how you get on with this lesson, if you found it an enjoyable way of learning in this video, and if you'd like more lessons like this. And there we have it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the Sensations English platform. And comment below, try using some of those words in a sentence on our platform. We're always happy to correct and help you learn with Love English. Thanks for watching. Bye.